What's going on, guys, and welcome to Formula 7 Racing. This is the Gold Division here live in Abu Dhabi for the final race of the season. Let me know if the sound's okay for you guys. It seems alright. I don't know if it's a bit too loud. Just let me know, guys. We are streaming on Instagram, on Twitter, on Twitch, and on something else as well. But yeah, we are live on 4 platforms. Here we go for the Gold Division. For some reason it's always done that. It'll make like a clicking sound when you're going through your friends. Right, here we go. So who's the first driver out? I see a Mercedes, and that is Timmy. Timmy will be the first driver out. He's just running off a little bit of fuel. Guys, let me know if the sound is too loud or anything. Just let me know, okay? So AMS Ghost is in for his debut race here at Formula 7 Racing, and what a race to showcase your skills in the last race of the season here in Abu Dhabi. That's what it's all about, putting your name out there for the new season. We are on board with the Mercedes AMG Petronas driver, and he's just come in round turn. Let me try and get this right here, guys. Sorry, 1 second. I need to just get that up, and then I need to rotate it so it's the same direction. So we want that bit at the bottom, okay? So the start line is there. Ah, that's brilliant. Okay, that's how I want it. Okay, here we go. So down towards turn 5 for the Mercedes driver, and then you're going to hit the DRS straight for CRE Timmy. As we come down the huge DRS straight towards turn 6, we'll see a lot of overtaking here this evening, and Lando is already on a lap. The Ferrari driver over 1:22.0. That is your benchmark with 14 minutes to go, but the Mercedes driver over the curb at turn 7, and then down the second of the DRS straight for the Mercedes driver, the British driver of CRE Timmy, down towards the hairpin, the left-hander at turn 9. Taking a nice line through there, and then using that curb on the outside just to keep that pace at the maximum it can be through turn 10, 11, and then in towards 12. Nice and tight to the chicane as we go through turn 13 and 14. Latifi corner through turn 14, down towards the 2 right-handers at 15 and 16. The Mercedes driver over the curb at 16, down towards the line we go. A little snap, but it's a 1:21.5. A brilliant lap from Timmy. Jack Jones will be next. Can he beat his Mercedes teammate? It's going to be tight. He's gone wide. How did he not invalidate that? He did invalidate it. That was a late invalidation. Fanfana starting his flying lap. We've got 2 AlphaTauri drivers, but it is going to be Senjo to the line first. And then he has his teammate of Reese behind him. They've been cooking in the second half of this season. Senjo over 1:22 flat. And then Reese as well. Just starting his flying lap, I think. So he'll get a tow from his teammate. And then we have Lewis W coming down. We do have a Haas and a Red Bull, actually. That's XD Paco. What's he going to do? This is going to be close. XD Paco. No, it's not going to be anywhere near close. Dennis in the Red Bull, a 121.8. And then B right in the Aston Martin, a 122.0. We do have an Alpine coming through. That is F1 Lexi to P6, a 122.1 for the Alpine driver. Then Lewis in the Alfa Romeo. We do have a Ferrari coming through. That is AMS Ghost, who's just starting his flying lap. Would I be able to get an invite? Yeah, no problem. Mrs. Poem, is it? No. No, I can't find any players with that. So Lewis W to the line. Reese is on a lap. Has he backed out there? He has backed out. So he must have invalidated it. We will go on with the debut driver in the Ferrari. On EA. Have you sent me a friend request? Yeah, no problem. Make sure you send me a friend request for Formula 7 Racing, as I can't really send friend requests at this moment in time. But I can accept one. Ghost in the Ferrari. Oh, wow. It looked like he slipped out then. Did he make a huge mistake? The Scuderia driver. But it still looks like a very quick lap. The Ferrari to the line at 122.5. But imagine what it could have been without that snap. Fanfitness in the McLaren has also invalidated it. Mrs. P. I should be on the list. Right, 1 second. I will have a look, of course. Ah, yeah, no problem. Sorry about that. So, is Reese going to go again? Has he got enough battery to go again? He is. He's on a lap, I think. No, he's backing out again. It looked like he was just easing off the throttle. So, I'm not sure what's going on there. But he's having a few issues at the moment. So, Mrs. Poem is in. Sam B is also on an outlap in the Williams. 10 minutes to go in this qualifying session. So Sam is just coming around turn 14. Remember guys, if you do want to come and join, !Discord, or if you're watching on Instagram or Twitter, the Discord link is in the profile. We are one of the biggest and most professional racing leagues in Europe. So make sure you come and get involved. So we are on board with Sam B in the Williams. Just coming down through turn 4 and then into sector 2 at the left-hander. That is turn 5. And then that DRS will kick in for the Williams driver. He has a race seat next season. That rear wing opens. Pera is also in now as well, the Aston Martin driver. So Pera is in. And Sam B going down towards turn 6 at the end of the DRS straight, but it will kick straight back in. And the Williams just keeping nice and tight. That rear wing opens once again for Sam. And down towards turn 9 into sector 3 we go. And into the left-hander for the Williams driver. Sam on a very clean lap here, looking crisp and sharp through turn 10, 11, and then in towards the right-hander at 12, nice and tight to the chicane, in towards turn 13 and 14, the two left-handers a little bit deep there, had to ease off the accelerator, through Latifi corner at 14, in towards 15, and down towards turn 16, nice and tight to the curb there, to the line goes Sam B in the Williams, it's a 122.9, and that's a good lap for Sam B, if it wasn't in comparison with these drivers. That is a very good lap that from Sam though. So a lot of drivers on outlaps now. We'll try and get on board with the leader. There is a McLaren just coming round. That is Fanfitness that will be first. So remember, guys, we are live on YouTube, on Twitch, on Twitter, and on Instagram. I do need to add kick onto there as well. So Fanfinus coming out of turn 5, down that DRS straight for the Papaya, the Dutch driver of Fanfonius. And he's taking it. You see how wide he goes there. That's just incredible. So he goes so wide to the point where you're nearly invalidating it, just so that they can get that extra little bit of angle as they go in towards turn 6 and 7. And that's just the way these drivers are built, and that's what takes them to the next level. When we're racing, as a driver myself who's just an average racer, when you come through them corners, you feel like you can't build up any more pace. You're doing lap after lap. But these drivers, when you're on board with them and you watch them, you see how you can progress as a driver, and you see the lines that they take. But it's so difficult to do. It's not as easy as these drivers make it look. And Fanfinus on 122.0 goes up to P8. There is a Ferrari driver coming through as well. Now, no, it's Henke in the Alfa Romeo. It's a 121.5, and it's provisional pole for the world champion. The Haas, that is going to be XD Paco just starting his flying lap. Then we have an Aston Martin at B-Right starting his lap. Pera is coming to the line as well. 122.3 for Pera. The Mercedes of Jack Jones is just coming round now. Timmy goes even quicker, and this looks like it's his night as Jack Jones goes up to P5 with a slight snap coming out of turn 16. But Timmy with a 121.2 is absolutely cooking here in Abu Dhabi. Reese yet to settle up. He's just coming out of turn 14 now. And finally he will get that telemetry on the board as Reese comes around turn 16. What can the AlphaTauri driver do? It's a 121.5. And it's P3 for the AlphaTauri driver. 2 CRE drivers in the top 3. And the CRE esports are on fire here. Merckx still in the pit lane. Ghost starting his lap. Mrs. Poem in the McLaren coming down towards turn 5. Pera as well. We do have, is that Henke going into the pit lane. Dennis still in the pits. Senjo also going into the pit lane. We've got Lando in the Ferrari who's down on his lap time. B-Right in the pit lane. But I think Lando is going for another lap here. Down towards turn 9 at the left-hander for the Scuderia. The Australian driver. Oh, and he snaps it. He loses it. And just like that, anything can happen. CRE Lando with the snap, losing the grip around this iconic circuit. And his Ferrari teammate has also invalidated it. We've got 4.5 minutes to go. And anything is possible here. We go on board with Mrs. Poem in the McLaren. So I just got a friend request. Same old hippie. If he wants to come in and join, he can absolutely do so. I know it will be his debut race also, but he has been in the Discord for a while, so he's more than welcome to join. I don't know where he is though. Sorry for the noise there, guys. 2 secs. I don't know why it does that. Is it? I still can't find his name. I don't know. So Sam in the Williams is back on an outlet. Every other driver is in the pit lane. Old man hippie, I think he was. I've seen you in the Discord. If you do want to come and join, let me know what your EA name is, and I will get you in for the race. So Sam B, we go on board with him again. I'm just going to make sure that he's not there. I don't think it's him. Oh, I've just invited him. I thought I was clicking on his profile. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. So, oh, Sam made a mistake and he's backing out of that lap. He will have to go again. So a couple of drivers on out laps now and the yellow flags are waving. Remember guys, it is so tense coming to the end of qualifying. Try not to block any drivers on flying laps. We will try and catch up to the leader. I think it is Reese that will be first to set a lap. To be honest, looking at the way the pack is shaped up, I don't think there will be any drivers that gets in the way, because you see the Mercedes is coming out of the pit lane now. He's going to be the last driver to set a lap. Reese is going to be the first, so there's quite a bit of distance between them. So I don't think there'll be any hiccups here, and we should have an interesting end to this season. I want to thank each and every single driver and reserve that has been coming into these races and making it just about bearable with the poor attendance that we've had this season. That will all change from next game. Dennis in the Red Bull coming down towards turn 12, and he will be the first driver to set a lap. The Belgium with the British driver behind him, currently in P5 and P4. So here we go. This is it. So on board with Dennis. In towards turn 1 we go. Down towards turn 2 and 3. Full throttle through here, trying not to take too much of them curbs. But the grip that Dennis has got travelling through there, down towards turn 5 at the left-hander. The DRS will kick in. The 2 Alpha Tower is very close to each other on track. But the Belgian driver of Dennis in the Red Bull, down the DRS straight towards turn 6. Can he take pole position away from Timmy as he slams on the brakes at over 200 miles an hour in towards turn 6 and 7. Over the curb he goes, easy on the throttle, puts his foot down to the pedal. That rear wing is open. The checkered flag has waved here in Abu Dhabi as he goes down to sector 3 towards turn 9. It's a purple sector. He's nearly 2 tenths up. This is going to be close for Dennis. He is full, absolutely on the limits here, the young Belgium driver, in towards turn 12, and then the 2 left-handers, turn 13 and 14. He's got that absolutely spot on up towards turn 15 and 16. The Red Bull driver has done everything he could possibly do here, and Dennis goes down to the line. It's a 121.4, it's P2. Reese will be next. The British driver is improving, goes P3, goes behind Dennis. Sendro only P6. The McLaren driver of Fanfurness goes up to P7. The Alfa Romeo of Lewis is up to P12. Then we got the Aston Martin of B right in P8. We got the Ferrari of Ghost into the pit lane, only P15. Lando has invalidated it. We've got a couple more drivers coming through. That is F1 Lexi. We do have a Williams of Merckx coming down towards the line. Where can Merckx go up to P14? F1 Lexi in the Alpine up to P10. We still have 2 drivers coming. XD Paco has invalidated it. Nothing more that he can do. And Timmy will take pole here in Abu Dhabi for the last race of the season. Fantastic stuff. What a qualifying session. And well done to Timmy. Brilliant, brilliant stuff here. Now that's what you call a qualifying session. Remember guys, go and follow our socials. TikTok Formula 7 Racing, at Twitter Formula 719, and Instagram F7 Racing League. I think that has changed actually. It's, Jesus, I can't remember what it was, but just make sure you go and follow our socials, guys, support us, and thank you so much. So there you have it. Timmy will start on pole position for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, the last race of the season. Dennis will start alongside him in the Red Bull in P2. On the second row of the grid, it's Reese in the Alpha Tauri and the champion in the Alfa Romeo, Henke, alongside him in P4. On the third row of the grid, it's XD Paco in the Haas in P5 and the other Norwegian driver of Senjo alongside him in P6 in the Alpha Tauri. On the fourth row of the grid, it's the McLaren of Fanfinis in P7 and the three-time world champion of B-Right in the Aston Martin in P8. On the fifth row of the grid, it's Jack Jones in the Mercedes in P9 and F1 Lexi in the Alpine alongside him in P10. The top 10 separated by 7/10 of a second. Then comes Lando, Lewis, Pera, Merckx, Poem, Ghost and Sam. Oh, it's still a little bit light. Oh, it's because it's unrealistic. It's unrealistic, isn't it? It's instead of midnight. So that means it'll start a little bit dusky and then it'll turn to midnight throughout the race. Remember guys, we race every single Sunday, Monday and Wednesday. Bronze, silver and gold. There is a division for every single driver, no matter what your pace is. That is 10 AM, 12:30 PM and 7 PM every Sunday. Every Monday is Fantasy F7. That is 5 teams, 4 drivers per team. And that is every Monday night, your team, your logo, your livery. And then on a Wednesday evening, we have Formula 7 Realistic. That's realistic performance, driver salaries, team budgets and team principles. And that is at 7:30 PM on a Wednesday as well. If you do want to be a part of any of these, come and join the Discord. But here we go. This is it for the last time here in Abu Dhabi. And it's lights out and away we go. Down towards turn 1. Dennis is already into the lead here in Abu Dhabi. The Red Bull is through. Reese and Timmy go wheel to wheel as they go through turn 2 and 3. Jack Jones is already up 3 places. A little tussle there between Fanfinis, Senjo and Lexi. Senjo and Fanfinis is round. Also Sam B, Lando in the Ferrari has all been caught up in the mayhem that has unfolded there. Ghost is from Pera, but Pera is not letting him off the hook as they go side by side down the DRS straight, but it's Reese on Timmy. He's looking for the overtake on the Mercedes. The Alpha Tauri driver will have the inside line in towards turn 6, but the Mercedes just shuts the door. Here comes Jack Jones as well down the inside of the Aston Martin. B-Right, the 3-time world champion. F1 Lexi in the Alpine as they come down towards turn 9 at the end of sector 2. Here comes B-Right in the Aston Martin trying to make the move back on the Mercedes driver. The wheel to wheel. The Mercedes has the inside line. He is not letting the Aston Martin through, but he cannot stop him. And B-Right is showing why he's won 3 world championships here. The Mercedes is round. Jack Jones got a little bit too tight to the Aston Martin and has paid the price. Henke on the back of XD Paco is up a position. F1 Lexi up 3. AMS Ghost is up 8 places from P16. Pera up 4 up to P9, but the big losers there, Fanfinis down 10 and Senjo down 9. Fanfinis on the back of Sam B in the Williams. Sam B trying to hold him off. Oh, he got tagged by the McLaren. He's going into the pit lane and Sam B is a very lucky boy as Fanfinis nearly wiped him out. B-Right in the Aston Martin is all over the rear diffuser of that Alfa Romeo in front. Timmy, who started in the lead of this Grand Prix, is down to P2. Remember, there'll be no DRS until the next lap, so he's counting on just the slipstream here in the straight line, raw speed. And here comes XD Paco, this yellow flag's waving. Sam B is into the pit lane. Jack Jones with another mistake. He is round as he comes out of turn 5. XD Paco is up into the podium places. Jack Jones is having a race to forget here. He took a very long time to get back round there. And anything can happen. It's Abu Dhabi, so I'd just say bear with it for now. You never know what can happen. Ghost on the back of F1 Lexi, the Ferrari driver. This has been a brilliant start for them. And so Dennis is your race leader, the Belgian driver, to the British driver of Timmy and the Dutchman of Paco. Such diversity on the grid. It's brilliant to see. And that is Lando in the Ferrari that is round. The Australian driver is round here in Abu Dhabi. And it's a VSC. I gotta say, the drivers seem to be really struggling. Oh, he's got a 3 second as he's going into the pit lane. I must say, I've figured out this season that bronze and silver drivers make less mistakes than gold drivers, I think. But it's not because the gold drivers are bad drivers. I just think they're pushing to the absolute limits of the track as well. And you'll find that as well, because these gold drivers, these esports drivers as well, they're pushing. They're trying to get every single inch and every single tenth and a thousandth out of the track. And when you do that, you leave yourself open for mistakes. You look at Jack Jones, very quick driver, but so inconsistent. And I'm sure he will work on that as a driver. He's a fantastic driver. He's well represented as well in TTMA. And I'm sure he will be an incredible esports driver in the future when he gets that consistency up. Because he's pushing to the absolute limit, he makes some mistakes. But I'm sure we'll see something different next season from him. So here comes Timmy trying to retake the lead in this Grand Prix. XD Paco lost a little bit of time from that VSC, and Timmy is closing down Dennis in the Red Bull in front as they go down towards turn 1. The Mercedes driver all over that Red Bull. Is 2021 all over again. Through turn 3 and 4 they go. This is a fantastic battle. And remember, DRS is now enabled. Timmy will go for that overtake. He's stayed in the slipstream of the Red Bull. He's opened the rear wing. Here he goes. He's going to take the right-hand line. He needs to be careful because that track will turn in. And he is in front as they go in towards turn 6. Fantastic overtake. Here comes Ghost around the outside of Lexi in the Alpine. Lexi will leave the room. Brilliant racing from the pair of them. Lexi goes a little bit wide as Ghost isn't able to turn in time. Merckx on the back of Poem, Fanfurness, Lando and Sambi. Dennis in the Red Bull has been overtaken by Timmy. The Belgian driver knows what he has to do here. Let's have a look at the tyres. So the top 5 on hards, the rest of the grid on mediums, and Sam, after having to pit, is also on the hards. That is an unreal camera angle, by the way. Oh, there's an Aston Martin there. That was Pera that had a little hiccup at the back. And Lewis W is all over him now. That is F1 Lexi that's gone wide. He will have got a warning for that. Every single driver down to P13 is still within DRS after 5 laps. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Guys, do not turn this off. We have got a race on our hands here, and these drivers are definitely going to go out with a bang. Here comes Dennis to retake the lead in this Grand Prix. The Red Bull driver is back up to P1. Merckx is through on Poem as well as they go down towards turn 6. Closes that rear wing. Tries to brake in time. Goes a little bit deep. Has he reopened the door for Poem to come back on him? The McLaren driver into the slipstream of the Williams as they go down towards turn 9 at the left-hander. F1 Lexi is through on Ghost. The Ferrari driver slots back in behind the Alpine. But the Alpine goes deep. The Ferrari goes inside. Can he make the move? The Alpine just has enough grip around the outside to stay in front for now. Pera just watching this battling unfold in front. Reese still very close to these podium positions. comes Timmy once more. And they're going to play a game of what you can do, I can do. And what Dennis did on lap 5, Timmy is about to do on lap 6. So down the DRS straight we go towards turn 6. Lando with another time penalty, and Timmy is thinking tactical here. He's holding off, but he's leaving himself wide open for an attack from the Haas. Did he make a huge mistake here, the Mercedes? XD Paco tries the old switcheroo, and he's left himself open for Reese down the inside. Down towards turn 9, they go to the end of sector 2. The Haas, the Mercedes, the Alpha Tauri squabbling here. XD Paco makes a move up to P2. Timmy goes wide. The Haas driver, the Dutch driver of XD Paco, is through. Tries to block off the Mercedes. Can Timmy make a lunge for it? He can't. He's down to P3. Should he have gone for the overtake on Dennis? He held off for the second DRS straight, and that has cost him dearly there. He goes a little bit wide there, Timmy, and look how close Reese is to him now. Adams, I hope Sam does well here. Because he's such a good lad, and he's such a good driver as well. He set a brilliant lap time, by the way, but in comparison to these gold drivers, it was just mid-table, but his lap time would have definitely been right at the top of silver. He's one hell of a driver anyway. Here comes Reese now. He is closing the gap. What about XD Paco and Dennis? He's not close enough. Neither is Timmy now. Timmy, for not going for that move, has really paid the price here. Poem on Merckx. Sam B is just rolling out them laps on them hards. And to be fair, Sam is in a lot of free air here. As the drivers in front continue to battle, it will gain Sam time in the Williams. So Dennis still in the lead. Every driver down to P11, still in DRS range. What a race. Lap 7 of 29, and every driver is still in with a chance. Who is going to take the final race victory on the final race of the season? There goes Reese on Timmy. Did Timmy make a mistake? Timmy will go down the inside. Here comes the Alfa Romeo Henke as well. Timmy gets a penalty for his troubles, and he's down to P4. And the race is just starting to fall out of his hands. The pole sitter. And it all started, that chain reaction from not going for that overtake down towards turn 6. It opened up the door for Paco, and he's found himself down to P4 now, Timmy. And with a penalty, and Henke is all over his rear diffuser. Remember, these are all on hards. The front of the medium runners is B right, so he is in charge of the other strategy, the alternative strategy to the front 5. There goes Henke now on Timmy, and Timmy will go down to P5. The Mercedes driver. Later on the brakes goes the Alfa Romeo. Can Timmy switch it back? He can. He just cannot keep hold of them rear tyres. He's made a mistake again. Here comes Reese on XD Paco. Reese is going to go for the double overtake. Down towards turn 9 on the inside of the Red Bull, the sister car of the Alpha Tauri, going for this overtake, but he can't make it stick for now. Dennis is down to P2 and XD Paco is into the lead. B right is through. Timmy has made a huge mistake again, and he's down to P11. Ghost made a move on Lewis, and Pera in the Aston Martin is up to P7. There is battling everywhere on this track. That is like the 5th different race leader already. Pera with a 3-second time penalty, and Timmy, I think Timmy just needs to collect his thoughts now, get his head back in the game, maybe go for a different strategy now and just get out of the mayhem that is unfolding in front of his eyes. A yellow flag. Lando is out. Lando has crashed it actually. I hope that doesn't bring out a safety car. That seems a bit... Lando, just make sure, I want to make sure that it's clean and it's legit. Please send me that point of view. So here goes Reese and Dennis. This is for the lead of the Grand Prix. The Red Bull driver, the Alpha Tauri and the Haas. It is all unfolding here. Henke is going to try and take an opportunity. B. Wright is there in the Aston Martin. Look at these 5 squabbling for the race lead here in Abu Dhabi on lap 9. Perez through an F1 Lexi. Down the inside goes the Aston Martin on the Alpine. Here comes Ghost in the Ferrari. XD Paco still in P3. Sorry guys, 1 second. I just need to message. Oh, the safety car is out. What the hell just brought the safety car out? I've just missed that. Oh, it was Timmy that brought out the safety car. But Timmy has now got his front wing repaired and there's drivers in front of him who have not been able to pit yet. I don't actually know, Red. I think Timmy said he crashed and the safety car's come out. So the safety car is out on lap 10. Oh, the drivers will pit. Timmy is already pitted. So it will now bring all the drivers back into the race. But Dennis is the race lead. He's gone onto the softs. Wow, Dennis has gone onto the softs. The mediums probably won't last till the end. That's why he's done that. He's going for the 2-stopper. Maybe the double softs. B. Wright is in prime position for this win here. He is on the hard compound tyres till the end of this Grand Prix now. So the safety car is out. Hopefully it won't be out for too long. It's been I must say, it's actually been a really, really enjoyable race so far, and I hope the drivers keep it that way. It's actually been relatively clean. In fact, not even relatively clean. It's been extremely clean, actually. A few incidents here and there that you'd expect from any online race. You'd expect incidents, but this has been really clean. Mrs. Poem is a really dirty driver. I don't know who that is typing, but I don't think any driver's a really dirty driver. I know the UFRL group of drivers are really clean usually, so just report anything if you do have a problem. So So here we go. We are back racing. Dennis is your race leader. Down in towards turn 6. Perez front. Timmy, they're side by side, the Aston Martin and the Mercedes driver. Timmy will have the inside line over the curb at turn 7. Class into the Aston Martin. Opens up the door for Senjo in the Alpha Tauri. And Timmy down in P13. The Alpha Tauri driver is going to go for the double overtake. Here comes the Norwegian on the Greek driver. Down the inside of turn 9. The McLaren of Fanford is shoving his way up the inside of Timmy and the Mercedes as well. But Timmy just about clears that one away. But Pera up to P12. Dennis has already opened up a 1.2 second gap. That is huge as they go under the bridge and in towards turn 14. F1 Lexi in P9. Dennis setting the fastest lap of this Grand Prix so far. AMS Ghost in the Ferrari on the back of B Right in the Aston Martin. B Right is the leader of the hard runners. Remember, Dennis is starting to take off now, but he's on them soft compound tyres. So completely different strategies for all of these drivers here. Very interesting race. What about Timmy on the back of Perez, looking for that move again? Oh, he goes very close to the rear diffuser. And here comes Timmy in the slipstream. Is he going to empty that tanker battery? Perez already has. Here comes Fanford. Talk about emptying the tank. The McLaren driver makes it 2 from 2. Late on the brakes goes the Mercedes. We've got an onboard rear camera from the McLaren. What a move from Timmy that was. Sam B just trying to stay with the pack for now. Perez is going to try and come back at Timmy. What a little scrap these two drivers are having. And Perez will go round the outside of turn 9. Goes way too wide. Timmy says thank you very much. And he's now opened up the door. Merckx on the back of Lexi. The Williams on the Alpine. The Williams realistic driver. And he's now driving for the Williams next season as well in silver. Here comes Ghost on B Right. This is getting tasty. AMS Ghost. What a way to introduce yourself to Formula 7. Them fighting with the 3-time gold world champion. That's how it's done. So that is Timmy. That is through on Fanford. That is XD Paco. That is through on Reese for P2. The Haas driver is up to P2. It's the Belgian driver, the Dutch driver, British driver, Norwegian driver. All in the top 4 at the moment. B Right is 2.3 behind the other drivers, but he will not be too fussed about this. His battle is with the Ferrari of Ghost, who is now going to go through, and the Scuderia is up to P5. F1 Lexi on Lewis. Lewis is taking the wider line. Fanford and Timmy squabbling again. Fanford will go down the inside of the Mercedes, but they are side by side as they go up towards turn 10 and 11, in towards turn 12. There is nothing to separate them. A whisker and a hair between them as they both run wide, and Timmy gets penalised for it. Through Latifi corner, up towards turn 15 and in towards turn 16. What a battle for the ages for them two. Yeah, as I said before, B Right's battle is definitely with Ghost. They are going to lose time to the 4 drivers in front because they're on the mediums and soft tyres, but Ghost and B Right are on the hards. They are going till the end of this race, and what I must say as well is that the pit stop around Abu Dhabi is so long. You go under the bridge and you come out, and it just takes, it feels like it takes an eternity. So I must say, I genuinely believe Ghost and B Right are in prime position for these podium places at the moment. Here comes XD Paco now on Dennis. XD Paco already has 6 wins under his belt this season. He's going to be going for a 7th here. We are over halfway through in the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Dennis in the Red Bull, currently in the lead. XD Paco trying to chase him down. Look how close it is. Less than 4/10 of a second separate the top 4 drivers. Have you ever seen anything like this? B Right in the Aston Martin, still trying to go on Ghost. Here goes Merckx on Lewis. Merckx in the Williams down the inside of the Alpine and makes the move stick. What a fascinating, thrilling and exciting race we are watching here. Timmy still on Fanfredoes, loses it. Timmy is around. And once again, both the Mercedes drivers have really struggled here this evening from really good racing positions. And that might make it 2 out of 2 retirements in the pit lane for the Mercedes driver. Looked like he tried to crash into the wall on the way in. But both Mercedes drivers just lacked that consistency here this evening. Really unfortunate for the pair of them. XD Paco in that slipstream. And the Dutchman on the Belgium. The Haas on the Red Bull. And XD Paco is into the lead of this Grand Prix. Reese on the back of the Red Bull. Henke goes deep. Henke made a big mistake there, but he's got a gap already. B-Right is back through on Ghost in the Ferrari. Ghost is having a phenomenal debut race. Hats off to him. He is showing his class. Here comes Fanfredoes on his teammate and Mrs. Poem. The two McLarens get acquainted with each other. Ghost is back through on B-Right, and B-Right will be absolutely thriving in this. He will be loving it. Reese, Dennis and Paco. Oh, Dennis is round. The Red Bull driver is down to P9. He was on for the race win. He was on for the victory. He doesn't have damage. Was that a mistake? He was going to have to pit anyway because he was on the softs. So he's going for the 2-stopper. He will go onto the mediums now. So it isn't the end of the world for the Belgium. He's still in with a chance here because it was on for his strategy to pit pretty soon anyway. As the lights begin to fall and the sun begins to set, it is XD Paco that leads. Ghost and B-Right are in even better positions now. Fanfredoes is through on Lewis in the Alfa Romeo. What about Mrs. Poem? Pera in the Aston Martin is there. Sam B still consistently driving. Oh, Ghost gets a penalty. That is huge. Here comes B-Right in the Aston Martin. Down towards turn 9. And the Aston Martin driver goes round the outside and back up to P4. The Scuderia loses the rears. He's opened up the door for F1 Lexi in the Alpine. And Ghost just hanging on. Fabulous driving from the Scuderia to keep hold of them rear tyres like that. Senjoy is now joining the pack. And XD Paco is starting to move away now. But remember, them mediums are going to fall off before the end of this Grand Prix. They are absolutely going to fall off. Remember, guys, make sure to go and follow our Instagram, our Twitter, and our TikTok most of all. That's where you'll see all of our content. Merckx is right in this battle, you know. Fair play to him. Crowned silver world champion today. It looked done and dusted in Brazil, but Merckx has come back from the depths of nowhere to take the world championship. And well done to him today. A trophy will be going out to him. Here's Poem on Pera. There was a slight collision. Pera pulls over to let Poem back through. He must have made contact. Henke is through on Reese, and Ghost is back through on the Aston Martin of B-Right, who tries to cling round the inside. But so much more grip for the Ferrari when you've got the throttle down. Fair play to Pera there. He must have hit the McLaren, and he's just pulled over to the right to let the McLaren back through. So you see the respect there between the drivers. Merckx just making a few mistakes through there, but he's still well in this fight. And B-Right and Ghost, wow, they are 5 seconds away from Reese, Henke and Paco, but there's 10 laps to go, and the front three are all on mediums, whilst Ghost and B-Right are on hards, and Ghost is on a 3-second time penalty as well. So B-Right potentially is in contention for this race victory. Pera gets through on Poem. So And we know how strong B Wright has been in Abu Dhabi over the years. He's won 3 championships here. It's all gone down to the wire every time he's won the championship, and he's won it every time in Abu Dhabi, so we know it's a strong track for him. He just backs out on the back of the Ferrari. That's F1 Lexi and Sendro as well. And B Wright will try and make the move down towards turn 9 as they've done every lap towards each other. There goes Reese and Henke. Reese is throwing Henke, but it's B Wright on Ghost. And the Aston Martin driver back up to P4. Henke gets a 3-second time penalty. That is huge. Ghost trying to keep to the line so he doesn't touch the Aston Martin. And I tell you what, I really hope that Ghost is on the gold grid next season, because he absolutely deserves it. That is what we look for in a driver, and Ghost will fit in very nicely in this league, let me tell you. That is brilliant, and I tell you, hats off to the Ferrari driver. It's his debut race, and he is showing what a world-class talent he is. Not just the fact that he's a quick driver, you can see the respect he shows on track, the space that he gives and everything. Poem has retired in the pit lane, calls it a day. Thank you for reserving, Mrs. Poem. But you can see what sort of driver Ghost is, and hats off to him. He's so respectful. He leaves space. He's a very good wheel-to-wheel racer as well. Here comes F1 Lexi now on the Ferrari driver, both with the rear wing open. Ghost has a bit of battery. He's going to go for the move on B Wright. And the Ferrari driver, here comes F1 Lexi as well. He's going to try and go at the inside of the Aston Martin. They go wheel to wheel. Wow, that is some world-class driving from the pair of them. Henke is through on Reese as they go up towards turn 9. The Ferrari of Ghost is now in front of B Wright once again, but he's going to come back at him as they go down towards turn 9. He backs out. F1 Lexi is right there and getting entwined in the 2 drivers in front. Sendro, Merckx, Fanfinus, all in that DRS range. It is iconic here in Abu Dhabi. Reese and Henke as well. Whilst this is going on, there's 2 unbelievable racing battles going on here. Ghost and B Wright, the 6.6 off the front 3, but that time, I'm telling you now, is going to start going down. Gravy Brain, what a race so far, absolutely. Oh, Ghost has gone wide. Is that going to be a warning? He made a mistake. He's already got a penalty, so is Henke as well, by the way. Reese is going to go on the back of him. Henke has used a lot of battery. That is not like the Norwegian driver, the world champion. There goes Dennis on Sambi in the Williams. Sambi still going along. There goes Reese in the Alpha Tauri through on the Alfa Romeo of Henke. The British driver on the Norwegian is through and up to P2. Here comes Ghost and B Wright once more. F1 Lexi has just dropped off ever so slightly, but B Wright will back out and just be patient here. The Alpine right on his tail. So is the Alpha Tauri and the Williams of Merckx, Fanfinus in the McLaren. Lewis W can see him just in the distance going down towards turn 9. Here goes B Wright. He will get the inside line. That's unusual going up to turn 9. And the Aston Martin driver is back up to P4. They are losing a second a lap to the 3 drivers in front because of their battling that's going on. But I've got to say, I still believe that their medium runners are going to fall off that cliff, and these hard runners are going to start to catch up. But if they continue to battle like this, the only drivers it's benefiting is Reese, Henke and XD Paco here. Lexi on the back of the Ferrari. The Ferrari of Ghost goes wide again. He's made the same mistake twice in a row, and now he's give B Wright a little bit of breathing space for a moment. And he's put the pressure on himself with Lexi behind. What about Reese and Henke? Henke's trying to recharge that battery. Here comes Reese. This is for the lead of the Grand Prix. He's going to back out and wait. He's going to take the patient approach. What about F1 Lexi on Ghost, the Alpine driver? He's going to go for a 2-for-1. No, he doesn't. He backs out. But Ghost goes down the inside of the Aston Martin driver. The Ferrari and B Wright go wheel to wheel again. B Wright gets so squirrely coming out of the chicane. And he gets knocked off by the Alpine of F1 Lexi. Sendro goes through, so does Merckx. Sendro is through on Lexi. And now up to P5 as they chase down the Ferrari in front. F1 Lexi and B Right had a little coming together, and now the 3-time world champion is down to P8. Wow, what happened there? It looked like they went through. There goes F1 Lexi on Senjo. That is not a usual place you see overtakes in Abu Dhabi. Be right, Mertz. What about Reese? Look how close Reese is to XD Paco. 6 laps to go. This has gone way too quick. It was a great save from Ben Red. You're absolutely right. Remember, guys, make sure to go and follow us on TikTok for all these race highlight clips. But here comes Reese in the AlphaTauri. Down towards turn 6 we go. And he is now your race leader on lap 23. Be right on Merckx in the Williams, the Aston Martin driver, trying to make a bit of a recovery now and up towards P7. F1 Lexi down the inside of the Ferrari in towards turn 6 and 7. They go. F1 Lexi in the Alpine is up to P4, but not for long. The Ferrari is going to come right back at him. AMS Ghost up towards turn 9 they go, and the Scuderia is back up to P4. Henke, Paco and Reese separated by less than half a second for the lead of this Grand Prix. What a drive, what a race, what a battle, what a Grand Prix. Hera is catching up to Lewis, he's inside DRS range. This is brilliant. It really is. 5 laps to go. I cannot believe we've already had 24 laps of racing. Here we go. Fanfnis is from Merckx, by the way. Down the inside goes the McLaren. And here goes XD Paco, that is Reese. XD Paco backs out for now. Henke, Ghost, Lexi, here comes Senjo. They're going to try and go 3 wide. Lexi's having to back out there. He had nowhere to go. And that was good thinking from the Alpine to just back out there. The Ferrari has to go over the curb. They nearly touch. They do touch. The Alpine and the Ferrari. Here comes B right back at him. They're going 3 wide towards turn 9. What about 4 wide? The McLaren is getting involved. B will take the really outside line, but the Ferrari is through. Here comes the Alpine of F1 Lexi right back at him. Ghost gets another time penalty. Ghost will have the inside line down towards turn 12. Later on the brakes he goes, and the Ferrari goes, stays in P5. Senjo up to P4. F1 Lexi still there in P6. B right in P7. Fanfnis in P8 and Merckx in P9. Oh, shoot. Shoot. Oh, God. I hope they can't hear me. I don't know if they can. I think they can only hear me when it's in the main lobby. I hope, anyway. Cheers, Red. So, Reese on the back of XD Paco. 4 laps to go for the penultimate race of this season, and still we don't know who's going to win. Here comes Reese on XD Paco, side by side in towards turn 6. A little tap up the back from the Haas. Henke in the Alfa Romeo just watching on. It's anybody's race to win. They're on exactly the same strategy, every driver. Here comes XD Paco. He's going to take back the lead of this Grand Prix as they go up towards turn 9. What about Ghost on Senjo? He's into the slipstream. He's got a little bit more battery than the AlphaTauri driver. And the Ferrari Ghost is up to P4. But they need to get a move on now. There's 4 laps to go. Them drivers in front will be feeling the heat on their median compounds. And the hard runners, they have to start making inroads in that gap now. The gap is 7.7. But they need to start pulling at it to get into them podium places. The Ferrari just struggling through sector 3. Because these medium runners will really be feeling this now, especially doing 15 laps. XD Paco. What a race. But here we go again. And Reese will do exactly the same move. It's like deja vu. And Reese retakes the lead on lap 26. Senjo is through on Ghost. So is F1 Lexi. And I tell you what, it's so strong with DRS down there. Ghost and Lexi will go wheel to wheel over turn 7. Who's got more grip? Who's got the bigger balls as they come out of turn 7? And it's the Ferrari that puts his foot down earlier. But F1 Lexi in the Alpine will have the inside line. Backs out of the AlphaTauri. Here comes Ghost on the AlphaTauri as Senjo. Round the outside, gets a nudge up the inside from the Alpine. B-Right gets all squirrely there as he continues the battle with his old foe from the start of this race. Ghost goes deep in towards turn 12. It's a great comeback from Senjo, you're right, Red. And he's on the hard compounds as well. He needs to get a move on. I don't think they're going to get caught now, the front three. They've played a blinder of a strategy, the front three, I tell you. They really have. Because it's not easy to do that many laps on the mediums through Abu Dhabi, as you know. Merckx on the back of Fanfiness as they go through turn 1 and 2. XD Paco. Is he going to wait? Is he going to be patient or is he going to go for it? He's not going to make the same mistake that Timmy made. He is going for it. No hanging around. In towards turn 6. And through goes XD Paco on the AlphaTauri of Reese. What about Henke, the Norwegian driver, the world champion, trying to put his foot down? Will he have a bit more speed? Reese and Henke have still a lot of battery. In fact, they're all pretty even on battery. Reese will back out of the inside, but Henke goes around the outside in the Alfa Romeo, but just stays in P3. Ghost on Lexi. Remember, B-Right does not have a penalty. Ghost and Fanfiness do. XD Paco is your race leader. We're going to go to the line and 2 laps remain. It's been a phenomenal race. It really has. I'd put it up there with one of the best Abu Dhabi races of the day. You know what? The whole day here in Abu Dhabi has been amazing. I've got to say, I've got to take my hats off to every single driver today. Because every race in every division here in Abu Dhabi has been amazing. Even the one I raced in bronze, I finished like P13, but it was just felt so amazing to battle side by side. And silver was the same. It was so respectful, and gold's been very similar. Here comes Reese. Look at this. They're going 3 wide on lap 28. Reese is going to go down to P3. What was that? The Alfa Romeo side by side with the AlphaTauri as they come out of turn 7 down towards 8 and 9. But it's Reese that just stays in front. Ghost and the AlphaTauri of Senjo is there. B-Right and the Aston Martin. Ghost is through and up to P5. He now chases down Lexi. Fanfiness is going through on his old rival of B-Right and on Senjo. He now chases down that Ferrari in front. We are about to go on to the very final lap of this Grand Prix. It's F1 Lexi that is up to P4. B-Right goes wide and picks up a penalty that might have just cost him 2 places in this race. He was going to finish P5, P6. Oh, and he's collided with the AlphaTauri. B-Right is round. On lap 28, he collided with the rear wheel of the AlphaTauri of Senjo and spun. It was a brilliant race. Ben must feel good about that Grand Prix. He's got to be like, wow, 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 what a race. But not the way he would have wanted to end it. He'll be gutted. But here it is, the last lap of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. It's XD Paco that leads. Will Reese go for the move? XD Paco has held on to all of his battery. Reese is going to go for it now. He is not going to wait around. Reese has gone. Henke has held. XD Packwood's in the middle of both of them. In towards turn 6. Reese will try and slow him down in towards turn 7. Fanfinus, Lexi and Ghost down towards turn 6. Fanfinus is in front. Ghost and the Ferrari will go out wide. XD Packwood's coming back at Reese. Down towards turn 9. Reese will keep the inside line. XD Paco goes through and into the lead of the Grand Prix. Can Reese respond? He cannot. What about Lexi, Ghost and Senjo? Ghost is there in P6. Lewis W is through on Pero on the very last lap of this Grand Prix. XD Paco is coming through turn 14. B-Right is through on his teammate. What about Lexi, Fanfinus, Ghost and Senjo? What an unbelievable finish. XD Paco is going to come through and the Dutchman will win here in Abu Dhabi. Henke comes through in P2. Reese has spun it. He had a collision with Henke on the very final corner, but Reese will still get a podium. Fanfinus takes P4. No, Lexi takes P4. Wow. Senjo takes P5. Merckx P6. Fanfinus P7 and Ghost. Lewis P8. Ghost P9. Wow. So a collision between Reese and Henke there on the very final corner, but it's still a podium. Dennis down in P11. What a Grand Prix. I need a break. Wow. Yeah, I don't know what happened there, Reese. Very unfortunate, mate. There you have it on the top step, the Dutchman of XD Paco. Yeah, gravy brain, I'm shattered as well. I'm not going to do podiums because I need to jump off and grab a drink and I need a break after that. And I've had a few beers as well with City winning the league, so I'm going to jump straight off and get a break. But well done to all the drivers. What a season. Let's go through the final standings of the race. So XD Paco takes the race victory here in Abu Dhabi. Henke takes P2, Reese takes P3, Lexi takes P4, Senjo takes P5, Merckx takes P6, Fanfinus takes P7, Lewis takes P8, Ghost takes P9 and B-Right takes P10. Then comes Dennis, Perez, Sam, Mrs. Poen, Timmy, Lando and Jack Jones. Let's see. Screenshot of that. I'm actually as well going to give driver of the day to I'm going to give it XD Paco. He won the race. He come from 5th on the grid. He had a great battle, but I could have given it to Lexi, I could have given it to Merckx, and I could have given it to Ghost as well, by the way. So just so you all know, it was out of you four. Right guys, that is it. By the way, I just want to say thank you all so much for an incredible season. You really don't understand how amazing it's been for me. At times it's been hard, continuing and spending so much time on Formula 7, so much time, energy, effort and money as well, and it really is worth it when you see races like that and you see drivers enjoying themselves and battling wheel to wheel. You know, 3 drivers, 4 drivers, 5 drivers from all around the world sat in a Formula 7 racing online lobby battling wheel to wheel from all over the globe. That is what it's about. That is what it's about, having fun, having an amazing race and being in that sort of community. And I just want to say thank you all so much for all the drivers that have turned up this season and raced. Thank you all so much for the drivers that have supported us, that have followed us, that have subscribed to us. that have supported us in any way possible. Thank you all so much, because it wouldn't be possible without you guys. It wouldn't be possible without the drivers. It's been an incredible season. Sorry guys, I'll wait for that to finish. It's been an incredible season, and honestly, it's only going to get better as the league continues to grow. And we're going to bring in, you know, the podcasts coming up. I don't want to overhaul it too much and get involved with too many things, because I think the league is so well run. We have such an amazing team, an amazing community and group of drivers, that I don't really want to ruin it by taking too much on. But yeah, thank you all so much for tuning in, supporting, and just being part of this journey and this incredible league with me as well, and with the team and with the other drivers. It's something that I could have never imagined when we started this league during lockdown, for it to become such a huge part of people's lives and a huge league like it has done. So yeah, thank you all so much. I want you all to have an amazing break. Be fresh, be ready for the new game, guys. We will be back. I think the date, but it's not 100% confirmed, is the 23rd of June. So I hope to see you all there. I hope to see you all on the new game. And I hope I see all the faces there on the attendance as well. But yeah, thank you all so much, guys. Have a good break, and I'm sure I'll speak to you probably Wednesday for the last realistic race.